For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser here with Erick Franklin Jr., standout for Lake Charles College Prep, a guy that we've watched grow up and play a lot of football for that program under his dad, Erick Franklin Sr., that folks around the state certainly know. And, man, you guys are back in the quarters for the first time since 2020, and y'all have pulled a couple upsets to do it, surprised a lot of folks. What's been going on? Just how are you overall? And then let's get into some of what's gone into this run you guys are on.
I've been pretty good, and the things that went into this run is really just like the leadership we've been having to maintain the leadership throughout everything that's been going on, like the losses we have took. It's been the leadership still been there. It never lacked off or nothing. And I commend me and also my teammates and the fellow seniors for helping me with controlling the team, even though we went on losing spurts throughout November.
Yeah, y'all have had, in terms of on-field results, an up and down regular season for sure. And we talked before, y'all were going through, I think, more than anyone outside of y'all's area probably realizes y'all were going through. Talk me through some of that. Let folks know some of the things that y'all were trying to cope with, from sicknesses around a team to lost loved ones to a teammate dealing with something you hope that a teammate doesn't ever have to deal with, and just kind of what that was like to kind of weather through.
And it's been crazy. It's been so much like stuff going throughout this whole season. To start it off, one of my teammates ended up getting shot, and that kind of took a toll on the team because that's like one of our brothers getting hurt. And he was a starting lineman, actually, a starting O-lineman. He got shot like the next week later. Actually, for senior night, they started shooting our game up. So we had to take off running into the locker room. And they started shooting our game up. So we ran into the locker room. Like that same week, one of our teammates' mothers died. The week after that, my great-grandmother died while I was in the house. And it's been a lot of stuff that we had to go through throughout this whole season. And that's what made us kind of stronger, because when everything is all done and your loved ones are deceased or they're not here no more, you can always fall back on your brothers. And that's what made us strong, because we've always been able to fall back on each other and reel each other back in.
Yeah, even listening to you say it again, it makes me sad to hear that y'all have gone through all of that and everyone that y'all have lost. But you've told me now a couple of times too about what those experiences, as tough as they were, meant for y'all as a group to kind of galvanize and hold each other together. What did that process look like? Just, being there for each other, guys being there for you with your loss, you being there for them, and how much of y'all felt that during these couple wins now to reach back to the quarters?
I think now, like, it made us gel. Like, the way we're already a brotherhood, but it made us gel even more. Like, every weekend, one of the parents would cook for us, and like we'll all go pile up over there, because like, when you don't have your grandmother or your mother no more, you gotta fall off on somebody. And like, our whole team have always been open arms to helping somebody else out. I think that's what made us play longer than what everybody else expected us to play, honestly. Because if a team go 3-6 in the regular season, you don't expect them to reach the quarterfinals. But I think everybody been playing for a different reason. Everybody has their own reason of why they're playing, and that's what made everybody peak at the right time.
You growing up around this program, you saw what it took to be a team that made a deep run. That 2020 team was a point away from potentially a dome trip and had that heartbreaker against Union Parish in the semis. When you guys were starting the playoffs, did you already see that potential and have the confidence of, oh yeah, we're about to go prove some people wrong for sure, and kind of knew it was there? Or was it something that clicked, I guess, in that first playoff week and you started to feel it on the field?
I'm the type of person where, like, I always see the good in everything. So I always seen us winning. Like, I always, like, throughout the hard times, I always tell the team, we're going to be fine. We just got to keep sticking together. No matter what, even if we do lose, we got to stick together regardless. And I feel like, with that being said, we kept sticking together, and that made us win. And it's hard to win games already, but it's even better when you upset teams, especially when the whole state and your city is looking down like y'all not that good no more. So it's been, it's really good right now.
What's the early preparation look like for now this U High team that it's certainly going to be the biggest test thus far in this playoff run? Y'all come this way to Baton Rouge and face a Cubs team that is hoping to get back to the Dome after falling short last year. How's, I guess, just y'all's first couple days of preparation gone? What's that matchup look like for y'all as y'all get ready for that trip?
I think it's gonna be a really good game, honestly. It's gonna be a grinded out game like we had last week. I feel like ULab is a very good team, honestly. I really do. I feel like they have the athletes, they have the discipline, but we also have the athletes and the discipline. So it's gonna be a really good game. I trust that we can win the game. I feel like me and my teammates can pull this one off. And then if we don't, I mean, that's what happens in football. But I feel like we can pull this one off. Everybody been locked in lately, very locked in. Because we know, like, if we win this one, it might turn everything around for the prep. So we trying to get this one bad right now.
Looking at your development within that program the last couple of years, from when we first saw you getting on the field and starting to make plays as an underclassman to last year, some of the better stats in the state at safety to now this year as a senior leader, kind of your last ride with the Blazers. What have you seen from yourself and been proud of in your own development and you continuing to take those steps as a young football player and as a young leader in the locker room?
I feel like what I'm most proud of myself is how my mental capacity grew. Like I used to be a hard leader, and I never really I didn't know how to inspire my teammates last year. But this year I took a step back and I now I inspire them and I show them and I take my time out my day to help them out. And I feel like that's what turned this team around, because I feel like if you're gonna be a leader, you got to be a leader through everything. You can't be a leader just when it's good. And another thing, I feel like I feel like I help my teammates more now, because it's your last go round, and I got to pass the torch to them.
Good deal. And we talk about last go round. You have your college bound LCCP shirt on, committed right now to Stephen F. Austin, hearing from some other schools. And so certainly somebody that we're going to be watching play some football beyond this year off at the next level. So folks need to make sure to keep an eye on you. What do you hope that fans know about you, both fans of your high school program as they're watching you play your last playoffs as a member of that program, as well as college fans that need to know to welcome you over these next couple of years?
I feel like they should know that I'm gonna come in, work hard. I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm gonna be the best leader I can be when it's time for me to be a leader. Or when it's not time for me to be the leader, I'm gonna be able to take a step back and get to cheer on my teammates. I feel like I'm gonna be there through everything with my teammates. Very unselfish player, and I work hard, extremely hard. So it's gonna be a good run, and it's gonna be a good run in college also.
Good deal. There you go, man. That's Erick Franklin Jr. from LCCP. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. Again, he's Erick Franklin Jr., a guy we've watched play a lot of football at a really high level for that Lake Charles College prep program. They're back in the quarters for the first time since 2020, and they'll be visiting University Lab in Baton Rouge in the D3 select quarterfinals. And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser.
Yes, sir.